This is Shaun Sport in podcast form.
We'll start with the Super Bowl itself, and I know that it'll get a mention throughout this morning's show as well. But the game itself was, well, it was a cracker really because it went down.
Ever.
Yeah, it's only the second time that had gone to overtime in a Super Bowl game, and it was very interesting. If you watch the first half, you see San Francisco clearly, energy-wise and momentum-wise, were the better team. And statistics will show you that. But if you're unable to score and put the points on the board, you're always going to leave the champions the opportunity. And we see it time and time again. Tom Brady was the one that we saw. 7 Super Bowls. And every time there was a glitch from the opposition where they allowed him to have the ball with the last minute or 30 seconds to go, he'd go, thanks for coming, that's all I need.
Yeah.
So what we did
dramatic.
have... Well, it's the first back-to-back team since the Patriots in 03-04, so Tom Brady led them. A lot of people are talking about Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback from the Kansas City Chiefs, being at the level of the GOAT talk, mate.
GOAT talk. Well, Shaun, what do you think?
We there?
Oh, not even close.
No?
Like, it's not even
Potentially,
close.
future
Is he up the mountain?
Yes, mate.
Going
He is
up the
well
mountain?
up there, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, so how far away?
He's high on a hill.
Yeah, so who's the peak? Of course, it's Tom Brady.
It's Tom Brady, 7 versus 3.
So how far
There's a
from the
big
peak are we?
difference.
How long we got left to go?
Well, he's got a long career ahead of him. Yeah, he has. But you've got to be in the right team at the right time because it takes everybody else around.
Is the GOAT in a team sport dependent on winning the ring? Or can you be the best ever and not win as many Super Bowls?
No, they don't acknowledge it in American sport.
Yeah, well, that's my
You've
question.
got to have Super Bowl,
You could be the greatest quarterback of all time
But you're in
and
the
not
wrong
win
team.
in the wrong team and not win a championship ever.
So statistically, Tom Brady is the guru of touchdowns and everything. So his whole career just backs up. 7 Super Bowls is what just puts the icing on the cake. If this guy comes anywhere near that, then he's got to be considered as right up there. But it's a long way. Like, it's a massive gap between 3 and 7.
Yeah.
Now, can I say something slightly controversial?
Controversial.
And I don't mean to speak out of turn because, as you know, I don't know too much about the sports. But watching the Super Bowl play out, is that game fundamentally a bit piss weak? Because I get it. They're big, they're hard, they hit. But they're like literally, like the plays go for like 4 seconds and then they stop and then they do something and then it stops.
They wouldn't waste time on cardio.
That's right. So they're power athletes now. So Nat's right. They wouldn't be able to run one lap around the oval without having a coronary. But what they could do is they could run 10 metres in world record time.
I just find that, and I know that, people love the game, but like, where's the momentum? Like, because something happens and you stop, and then it's
more like a chess game, really, in that it's a strategic thing.
So
isn't it?
strategic.
Yeah.
The AFL, I don't think, want to get to the level of the. So strategically, you've got people up in the booth who are calling the plays down to the coaches because they're watching
so it's like
it and they're watching a replay.
But like a video game, but with the slight delays between the people that are telling you what to do and then it being done.
Yeah, and
it reminds me of when back in the day you play road cricket on your street, and then every time a car will come, you have to move everything and then move it back. That's what the game sends to me.
Except that every time a car came, a new team would come in. And you'd go and have a rest.
I do enjoy it because there's a lot of strategy involved.
It's very different to what we're used to.
I'm just looking at it in surface.
No, absolutely, mate. Patrick Mahomes next year is going to be paid $57 million. They're concerned the amount of money that he gets paid will then it will have an impact on the rest of the team moving forward. And that's clear. San Francisco, on the other hand, they've piled all their salary cap space into defence. They just thought defence will win championships. A lot of times that's the case.
Close.
But the fact that they didn't have another opportunity or another scoring bit of arsenal, they always left the opposition a chance to win this game.
Shaun, can I ask what Travis Kelce is on?
Yes. Great question. I do not know, and that's going to look it up for us as we speak.
Okay,
He's a
so
Hall
we'll
of
find
Famer,
out. We'll find out. So he'll be up there. He'll be up there. But now, with his partnership with Taylor Swift, because not only are they in love, but they're a successful business.
Yeah.
14.3 million per season.
Okay, so will we see his relationship end up paying dividends in his pay? Does it translate that way?
No, it does. It doesn't. And
wouldn't they want him to stay with them and make it lucrative because of the value of the Chiefs have gone up? Is my question.
Yeah, really good question because it's the only it's one of the only sporting businesses where you see the owners take centre stage in all of it. So the trophy, they get out the front and square. So it means a lot to the owners.
They wouldn't want this whole Taylor Swift
of the thing.
Travis Kelce thing going to another team, because look what it does for merchandise sales. Look what it does for ticket sales.
Yeah, he's not out of contract just yet.
But it's more about the idea.
Third year of a 4-year contract that with the whole contract was worth $57 and a bit million.
What's his age now?
34. He and Tate are the same age.
So he's got another year to go. So this year he'll be starting to talk about contract negotiation. They'll be heating up something crazy. Could be an engagement this year. Could be hotter than they are now. That would have to do something with his price.
Well, okay, so there's the owners and then there's the list manager. It's completely different. So the owners will be going, like you were saying, this is worth so many millions of dollars to us. Maybe they've made enough money in the next 2 seasons, this season and next season, that will cover their.
But whose job is the finance? Is the list guy just about? Is the list manager about getting the people he
about
wants?
On-field success.
And who's about giving the money? Isn't the owners about giving the money?
The owners, but here goes back to winning salary caps, but also winning defeats it all. So if they keep him and they have to pay him more because you're thinking about the Taylor Swift impact, then they can't get Harry to play, Nathan to play, Nat to play. They're out the door, and your team goes shit. It's not worth the money anyway.
But sometimes, and we know, being part of a big business, sometimes they just care about profits.
Where? Here.
The other thing is, he's starting to age out. So at 35, he's got another year, so he'll be 35 as a tight end.
Yeah, he's heading down south now, so he's not getting any more money. I wouldn't think so, no.
I reckon he will. Let's see.
So he's just going to fly around the world
back in a year and let's see what happens with his pay, because I reckon definitely he'll be getting more money.
Let's go straight over to the US, to LA, in fact, and catch up with our good friend Tommy Sheridan, who was at the Super Bowl yesterday. Tommy, how did you pull up?
Shawnee boy, not well, mate. Not well. Vegas has got the best of me. I've just arrived in LA. A little bit of turbulence on the way in. Oh, gee whiz. 10 better days, mate. How are you?
Have you had a bit of a chuck, or you're okay? You're keeping it all in?
Nah, kept it all in. Good
job,
and
Tommy.
as hard as I could go as well. I've actually pulled up reasonably well considering the damage I've done to myself. But yeah, it was a great night.
Now, of course,
the Niners didn't win, so we lost money on the game, but that's all right. We get it back next year.
Now, you told us that you spent $42,000 on 3 seats, so 14
you already
grand
lost
each.
money on the game.
Yeah. So did you feel like you got your money's worth out of your seats?
Oh yeah, it was an incredible game in the end. It was, at half time, we were looking around going, wow, this is a bit of a stinker. 2 powerhouses, good defenses, but the offenses, I think it was 3-10. And then, finished 25-22. But then overtime, it was great. And then we had the halftime show, the halftime show, I don't know how everyone at home viewed it. A few friends didn't like it. We loved it. We thought it was great.
Yeah,
the
energy it was great.
in the stadium was crazy.
It was so good.
Once the halftime finished, I don't know, I felt like the energy in the whole building just got going. The game got going. Yeah. We got overtime. Got to see Mahomes do his thing. He's just such a great quarterback. He's so efficient. Money well spent. To go to the first one in Vegas, to say that's pretty cool. So yeah, it was awesome.
The only thing I didn't like about the halftime show was Usher wore a brooch, a really big brooch. And
when he first came out,
I just don't know. I know we live in a world where anyone can do anything, but I don't know about men going down the brooch road.
Not if they're then going to wear roller skates, because potentially.
But then, Natalie, he won me back with the roller skating.
Skates, yeah.
It was pretty good. Yeah.
Tommy, I'm wondering about the stadium.
I don't even know what is a brooch.
A brooch is a large badge that a lady wears on a blouse,
usually,
or perhaps on a nice jacket for a luncheon.
Oh, there you go. Well, I was sitting that high up, I couldn't see it. So there you go.
Really? It was bloody big. I'm surprised you couldn't, actually.
Tommy, at that stadium, we know it's worth about $5 billion. To be able to watch an event, and then I guess the other things are, can you get something to eat easily on a Super Bowl day, go to the toilet, all those basic amenities?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think you just had to time your run. So there was one massive line. I went about 2 minutes before halftime thinking, this will be tactical. I'll quickly go to the toilet, take a quick piss, and then get back to my seat for Usher. And the line was massive. But other than that, it was really good. It holds about 60,000. The stadium has so many places you can get food and drinks. The biggest lines would have been the NFL store. Everyone wanted to get the merchandise for a hat, which I ended up sneaking at the end, and there was no line. Just got a little hat for Mum. And yeah, that was probably it. Other than that, it was really good. Getting in and out of the stadium was fine.
Yep.
We left after the presentation, so It wasn't too busy. It was sardines in and out, but it flowed nicely. They do it so well. It was great. They do it so well. You get so many ideas if you're from the AFL or NRL or whatever sport, because I think they do it so well, and if not the best.
So I know that it's a Super Bowl, so everything's pretty locked down securely. But usually at a big game like this, they've got a tailgating party at the side, at the front. Was that happening or not?
Yeah, there's a big tailgate as you walk in. We didn't have tickets for that one because we weren't planning on getting there that early.
So that's a ticketed event.
Yeah, had a ticketed event, but it normally comes with your tickets if you get a big package. We just had tickets for the game. But yeah, I think they had a few DJs or someone playing.
Billy Joel played.
Billy Joel.
Yeah.
That's random.
At the tailgating party.
The people who own the shoe, they went. Shoe in North Town, they went.
This is still a traditional tailgate party, isn't it? Where people are taking their cars, they've got their cookers out there and they're barbecuing, yes?
Yeah, it's at a normal game, they're doing that. This one was more of like if you're going to a festival.
Right.
You just drink and party kind of in the morning.
With Billy
before
Joel.
the game, and everyone just gets hammered. With Billy, yeah.
Now, Tommy, the game was a great game, as you said. We've talked about how the atmosphere was. So afterwards, you're in Las Vegas. Where do you go? Do you run into celebrities out in the town?
Yeah, so afterwards was amazing. So we went to the Win. I had good mail that the NFL was going to go there. This is pretty funny, actually. It's bizarre. So we went to XS. It's called the XS is the club in Wynn.
Yep.
And on the way there, we got there was nine Aussies. We had about three different groups. We all just committed to a table in the corner, just a small one. They're bloody expensive. But this one wasn't too bad. So we just got ourselves in the venue about 11 o'clock. And on the way there, I've walked past James Harden from the Clippers. I'm actually going to go watch him
the
tonight.
beard, mate. He's a jet.
Walked past James Harden, which was pretty cool. He's a big boy, and he was wearing a San Fran top in the casino. And then we went to the nightclub, got our table, got absolutely sideways, and had so much fun. And got home, went to bed at all hours, woke up this morning, and didn't even realise, but like Mahomes and Kelsey were in the same nightclub behind the DJ the whole time, and we didn't.
And you didn't know.
You didn't even know. But wait, I saw footage from that because they end up playing Love Story, and then him and Taylor end up dancing, and you didn't even click on then.
Mate, I was banging out Love Story at the top of my lungs in my booth with the boys. We were singing We Are the Champions, and now it all makes sense because everyone had their cameras out and they were all filming, including me, filming the crowd. And they were in the building, Kelsey and Taylor Swift's in the building. I didn't even know.
Oh, that's a massive fail.
Hey, Joey, you were telling us about the booth that you paid for. Well, how much is a booth in a nightclub when you're doing something like that?
Oh, I think this table between all of us was about $6.50 US. It was, I think that's what the boys
so 10
said
grand.
it was. We all
10 grand.
So with that, Nate, they give you the drinks.
Bottle service.
Yeah, bottle service, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get 3 big bottles of Grey Goose. I think it ran out about 3:30, and then I think we left around then. But that's the smallest table you can get. The big one,
Yes.
you don't even want to know the prices. I think every price this weekend is just jacked up times.
Oh, yeah, of course. The Super Bowl prices.
Of course. Yeah. Well, the big question is, and I know that you might have done the math about this, but your trip, from our calculations, has cost you quite a lot. How many units of sunglasses from Rick's Eyewear will you have to sell for you to be able to come out okay from this?
I'd have to check with my business partner, Colin Rogers. He's the man, but I reckon we'd need to sell all the shows because there's thousands of them that have to go right now to just cover this trip. That's ridiculous. And it doesn't stop. We're in LA tonight. We're going to the Clippers game. We've got 3 more nights to survive. And when I get back to Australia, I reckon I'm going to turn my phone off for about 2 months. I can't be doing any more social events.
Well, you know what? He does have to move some sunglasses.
Yes.
So, of course, Rick's Eyewear, everybody, with a promo code. Is that right, Tommy?
Oh, yeah, there's that. I think we've still got the Nova code there. We've got Aces. We've got Tommy 20. There's that many codes flying around.
So basically, if you pay full price, you're an idiot.
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
That's right.
To be honest, I'd love everyone just not to use the code and just take the full
right.
price. If they want a 20% discount, they can use that one at rickseyewear.com.au. That'd be great. Otherwise,
RIXX, everyone.
Let that go. We'll set the GoFundMe page up, Shawnee. You can sort that out.
We'll get that going,
We'll
T-Train.
get you
No
back.
problem at all.
It'll be
Hey,
all
mate,
right.
we really appreciate your time. Enjoy the Clippers. That'll be awesome tonight. We appreciate you
Thanks,
being
mate. See you guys.
Bye, buddy.
See you, mate.
Yeah, Tommy, too
On the
good.
spot reporter.
Can I say, out of anyone that's ever covered anything for the sport for us, he has been the best. And
Don't say
for
that,
our
Nathan
entire-
Hilling voices.
Oh, no. It was really substantive, he was. What a hat.
Shaun Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.